Welcome, everyone. This is Brenda Selden. Welcome to the Traveler's Message and Healing Circle. I'm a channeler that has been in contact with extraterrestrial beings, whom I've come to know as the Travelers since 2013. And every week I channel a message from them, and that is followed by a period of energy healing. And so tonight, the topic that they would like to share with us is about the nature of food and eating from the perspective of beings who have transcended the physical form and solely exist now in energy form. And so if you give me a moment, I will connect with them and begin. Welcome, humans. We are most happy to be with you once again. And tonight we have chosen the topic of food. For food is very important to material beings, while for us it is of very little importance when in fact we have no actual need for any material that you deem as food or substance or that which gives one energy to live, to grow, to heal. And so what we would like to share with you tonight is that your species is very young. You are in a place that from our historical perspective is almost located almost within the fog of time. We know of it, but it is as though in your world, those beings that go through a great metamorphosis so that where they begin and where they end, they seem as two different beings. Much like your frogs who begin as tadpoles in the water and end up as frogs on the land, or your butterflies who change completely from caterpillars to butterflies. And so because we were you but so long ago, we can only comment. We do not remember the actual experience of being density form beings, of having the necessity to eat. When human beings ingest what they call food, in reality, the food is the catalytic to release the energy that is within the universe and to allow the human access to it. But because you are of material density beings, it is most what we would call most prehistoric, most antique, most ancient in nature. Regard the car. If you were to look upon your books, look upon your videos, you will see that the first cars looked nothing like your current cars. And while they functioned in a very limited manner with very little speed to them as compared to today. Even their bodies were built in such a manner that they would be considered weak and unsafe by today's standards. Even things such as doors and windows and windshield wipers and all those things were if they existed at the beginning, were very primitive. That is the word that we search for, primitive. And so again, the food that you eat, the fact that your bodies require food is considered within the greater galactic universe to be a primitive means of existence. The foods that you eat, whether they be of the organic nature and grown in the manner and harvested in the manner with the highest intentions, are still very primitive and very inefficient in what they can give you. But most importantly, it is the aspect of the need to take life, to take the life and body of another to sustain your own. We are not criticizing you. We are not here to make you feel sad about yourselves, make you feel as though you are terrible beings. It is just the stage that you are at this point. But the true nature of evolution throughout the universe is away from the physical form and towards the energy form. It is away from the need to take from others to sustain oneself. And because you are born to this taking and sustaining, because it is so natural to you, because it is necessary. And we do not just speak of the taking of animal lives or the taking of those things that the animals produce, such as eggs or milk. We also speak of the plant world. We also speak of all the creatures that are taken, whether they be plant, animal, or insect, in the process of taking those specific beings that you will ingest. For even in the taking of one egg, it is not only the chicken that is, even if not ingested, but in the means of keeping the chicken must eat many insects. The farmer must keep away or even kill those predators that may take the chicken that will give you that one egg. And so because you are forced to be in this cycle of taking from others, then it is natural to then take outside of yourself and appropriate those things that are not necessary for sustaining one's life, such as those things that create material gain, that create personal property, that create even relationships, because it is the energy of taking to live. And so how do we function differently? How is it that it can eventually be for your species? We have almost no need of receiving outside of ourselves. It is almost like your fission generators, where more is created out of that which is taken and put in the process of creating that energy from fission, that nuclear energy. And so, in your terms, think of us as needing the most minuscule amount of energy every many millions of years. And because we all share within the energy of one another, because we are all connected, the energies flow throughout all of us, so that there is not one who suffers from loss, who suffers from weakness, who suffers from death. Our lives are so long-lived that to you we look immortal. And what we would like to leave with you today is the beginning thought of the need to take, because it is in your biology, because it is in your physical bodies, it is birthed within. It is what has been created, this system, but the idea is that it is not a permanent one. And so to receive awareness of this and what it actually means, that it is taking, and that this taking expands beyond the need for the biological system to continue to function, or what you would call the need to live, then because it is such a natural part where there is little thought to it, it expands and extends beyond your own needs and becomes a way of acting in the world, toward the world and towards one another. And so we would like you to place your awareness on a future that you cannot see yet, but that you may feel its potential, where there will be no need, no further need of taking the bodies of others, taking the energies, or taking from one another for personal gain, for material wealth, for ego, because it invades the mind just as it has invaded the body. And it is an early stage of being, but it is not the last stage unless your civilization destroys itself through war, through disease, through pollution. Then yes, if your people end, this is where you will end. And you will have no history of ever having transcended this early stage of being. But we have come here because we have faith in your people. We have a great belief that you will transcend this period and you will continue on the journey to releasing the physical. And we know that what we have said, we have not meant to say as this is all who you are. It is just a fact. This is what you are. This is how you are able to exist. But it is only the early stages, for your people are like tadpoles. And so at this time, we will begin to prepare for the healing part. We ask that you let us know if you need healing of the mind, of the body, of the spirit. We'll give you a moment to do that. And then we will share with you what we would like to center our healing today for you. And if you are new, please give us permission to work with your energies. So for tonight's healing, we would like you to go back to that space if you were with us last week, and we will give a brief summary of it. Last week, we had asked you to allow your imaginations to flow and see yourselves in this white room, on this white couch, whose shape was circular. And we asked that those that were present to be sitting on that couch, and that each of you would connect with those sitting there. And not only connect, but connect through your hearts and connect through your energy bodies. So that in the end, you became a group. Each of you was part of a group of 5. And so today we begin there. Close your eyes. Place yourselves on that white couch in that white room. And then just relax. Take a breath through your nose and release through your mouth. And with your eyes closed, both in real life and on this couch, in this white room, use your other senses to begin to sense other people around you sitting on each side of you. And each person is sitting there as well with their eyes closed. And this time, instead of a group of 5, this circular seat is filled with people, each one sitting with eyes closed, relaxing, palms down on top of their laps, and you are one of them. And this time, you are aware that there is a person on each side of you sitting close to you so that your upper arm touches their upper arm on each side. And there is a sense of being closely packed in together. And take a moment to feel the physical sensations of that. And at first, it is very gentle. And with each second that passes, each person sitting to each side of you feels as though they are coming closer to you. The sensation of touch is stronger. Feel that and feel as it is almost becoming as though you are being pushed in from each side. And not only can you feel each person that is to one side of you, but you can feel each person who is to the side of the person to the side of you. And then you can feel not only the 2 people on each side of you, but you can feel the 3rd person on each side of you, and so on and so forth, until everyone is feeling everyone else in the circle. And the sensation of being pushed inward on each side gets stronger and stronger until it feels that they are slipping into you and you are slipping into them. And the whole circle slips into one another, melding into a circle of one. Each of you still retains your individual sense of self, but your bodies are melding into each other's bodies, and the sensation of a multitude of energies of which you are one It is here that we will become quiet, and we would like you to, with your senses, through the portal of your imagination, which is the space where energy and physical can meet, feel the densities of the different beings that you are interconnected with. And the number is not important, but feel how you are many, but at the same time, you are one. So the healing begins now. And again, you are many, but you are one. And we will be doing healing on this for the next 10 minutes as you experience being the many and being the one. This energy body is one, but the beings are many. And each of you can choose at this moment if you would like to experience our energies as we have the ability to join you. And for the next 10 minutes, we are one, though we are many. We are humans and we are travelers, but we are all one. And those of you that are ready and choose to invite us in, you will experience the sensation of our life force, which is not predicated upon the need for material, physical food. It is not predicated upon the taking of physical, material life. And in experiencing our energies, you shall become attuned to them and begin to resonate to them. And this will help you in your own personal evolution as you move forward in this life. You will be able to glimpse and begin to connect to an energetic evolutionary stage that is beyond your time. But you will be able to feel it and begin to understand it and begin to work with it. And we gladly share with you our energies. And in the manner that we do so, there is no taking from you, and there is no giving from us. There is only being. If you are comfortable in doing so, you may choose to shed your physical forms while you are encapsulated within the energy body that is the many, that is of the humans and of the travelers. And so we will be able to help you shed your physical forms while you are here with us, so you may experience our form of being, even if it is only for this short time. And if you have shed your bodies for this short healing experience, you may also shed your personality, your group of characteristics, your temporary identity. And in doing so, you will be able to meld more deeply with us. For we are beings that are closer to energy than we are to the concept of a being with personal, individual identity or characteristics. As you work with us, you will find over many years, for the evolution of your physical bodies occurs in very small incremental steps. But you will find, connecting to our energies, that you will be able to receive higher levels of sustenance, of quality of sustenance from the foods you eat, over time allowing you to eat less but receive more in the nutrition and the quality of the nutrition that you receive, and the energies that you receive from these substances. Even your physical bodies require much less food if you are able to connect to the higher energies. Your physical bodies are a small part of your entire body, for you are also energy bodies. And when the energy body is fed first, then that body is able to feed the physical body, so that when the physical body must feed of the material substances, it will require a much smaller amount. We ask now, taking your time to, one at a time, take 3 breaths, 3 individual breaths. The first one through the nose, slowly filling the abdomen as much as you can, and then gently releasing outwards through the mouth. And with this first breath, you are releasing the dense material refuse that is left within your physical bodies, the dense energies of that which you have taken to live, which, much like in your material realm where physical things decompose, when the energy is denser, it takes longer for it to decompose and rejoin the larger energy body to be, as you say in your world, recycled and reused. And so with that first intake and outtake of breath, we have removed some of the denser energies that were still in your body that remained from the taking of material density filled foods. And with the next breath, again in the same manner, slowly taking in through the nose and filling the abdomen as much as possible, and then slowly releasing through the mouth. With this, we are bringing down closer to you your spirit body, anchoring it closer to your physical body so that you may feel, sense it much more clearly than you have been. For once there is active sensing and awareness of the spirit body, then there can be active aware sensing of the energy nutrients that the spirit body can send to your physical body. Your awareness allows for the flow to become stronger and for the flow to become denser and richer with the higher energies entering your body. And with the last breath again, breathing in through the nose, filling the abdomen, and releasing through the mouth, we have sent to you nutrient dense food energies to fill you tonight. And as it fills you from the inside out, it will also extend your body energy field. And as your body energy field extends outwards, it is able to connect to a larger part of the universe and to receive the higher nutrient dense energies from the universe at a higher level. And with this last expansion, we ask that you call back in your physical characteristics, your mental characteristics, your personality, your physical body. Start to come back in, start to come back down. Become aware again of the humans on each side of you pressing in, but little by little, the pressure of the pressing in is released. And again, you begin to feel your unique individual self sitting there. The other humans disappear, and you are alone on this couch. And then, as you slowly open your eyes, you find yourself back in your room, sitting on your chair or on your own couch. And before we finish, please take the next 10 seconds to quietly contemplate how your body feels, how you feel after having experienced this healing. Take note with your awareness. If you are feeling a certain density of energies in you, which by no means should feel heavy, but they should feel more closer to the sense of materiality, but it is not material in that sense as you know it. And you should feel a sense of expansion, that you feel that you are taking up more room with your body in the room. For you have come back as an expanded being on the energy level. And so tonight, I thank you, as Brenda and the travelers thank you for sharing our message and healing. And we hope to see you again and share this new messages and healing with you this time next week. Have a good night.